David Goggins versus Jocko Willink, Battle of the Morning Routines. Hey, I'm Chucky and this is Shelby, and we're the founders of ClubEarlyBird.com, aka the cheat code to waking up early.
David Goggins and Jocko Willink both have military backgrounds, are best-selling authors, and motivational figures. But there's only one thing we care about: who has the better morning routine. Both of these guys have had a lot of accomplishments, and I'm sure winning a morning routine battle would still be at the top of their achievements. In this video, we'll do a deep dive into the morning routine of each man and then ask the question, who's the winner?
Corner number one, we have David Goggins. I first heard about David Goggins on Joe Rogan's podcast. He came on and just blew me away with his work ethic and determination. His book, Can't Hurt Me, is a must-read and truly inspirational story. Goggins was born in 1975 and is an ultra-marathon runner, cyclist, triathlete, public speaker, and retired Navy SEAL. He routinely places in the top 5 of many ultra-marathons and placed 3rd place in the Badwater 135, which is a widely considered the toughest foot race in the world. It covers 135 miles from Death Valley to Mount Whitney, California. The race starts below sea level and ends up at the highest point in the United States. His inspirational book is what cast him in the spotlight as one of the truly motivational people of our time. It documents his life from a 300-pound, 24-year-old addicted to chocolate shakes and burgers to one of the most athletic people of our time. He's even broken the world record for number of pull-ups in 24 hours. How many pull-ups? 4,030. And he did it in 17 hours.
Wow.
So what's his morning routine look like? Of course, he wakes up super early. 3 a.m. wake-up call. He stresses the importance of not hitting the snooze button, saying that it's important to start your day with wins, and after hitting the snooze button, that's a mental loss. He'll wake up and make a decision whether to go for a run or go straight into his stretching routine. As crazy as it sounds, he stretches for around 2 hours each day and has only missed 2 days in the last 6 years. Whether he does his stretching routine first or not, he always runs first thing in the morning. And even for Goggins, it's not always easy. He states that he walks past his running shoes 3 or 4 times during the morning, just staring at them until he convinces himself to start.
Dang, that would be me, but I wouldn't start.
He typically runs for 10 to 15 miles, which sounds like an epic morning cardio workout, but he doesn't stop there. He then puts on his backpack and bikes for 25 miles to work. At 11 a.m., he's ready for another run and will go for another 5 miles just to get the blood flowing before lunch. He's a big fan of intermittent fasting. He believes this helps him manage his energy levels, so no breakfast for Mr. Goggins. When he does eat first, it'll typically be steel-cut oats and blueberries. So, that's David Goggins' morning routine. Before we jump into Jocko Willink's morning routine and decide the winner, I'd be extremely grateful if you could hit the like button, maybe even subscribe if you like what you see. Also, comment below who you think should be the winner.
In corner number 2, we have Jocko Willink. Jocko is a co-author of a New York Times #1 bestseller, host of a top-rated podcast, and former Navy SEAL. After retiring from the Navy, Jocko co-founded Echelon Front, a premier leadership consulting company where he teaches the leadership principles that he learned on the battlefield to help others lead and win. He's even written his own children's book series called The Way of the Warrior Kid. He spends his day as a leadership instructor, speaker, and advisor. After being on a few famous podcasts like the Joe Rogan podcast and the Tim Ferriss podcast, Jocko decided to start his own in 2015. Since then, his podcast has grown and now has over 1 million followers. That's insane. So let's find out how this former Navy SEAL starts his mornings. Jocko wakes up promptly at 4:30 every morning. Don't believe me? Well, there is plenty of proof. If you check out Jocko's Instagram, he posts a picture of his watch every morning showing it is 4:30 a.m. and it's time to get after it. As a former military man, rising early is part of his lifestyle. But as a good husband, he's careful not to wake up his wife that early.
How nice.
Smart man. The queen of the house always needs her beauty sleep. To get a jump start on his day, Jocko lays out his clothes he'll be wearing the night before. This makes waking up early super easy. No hard choices to be made that can slow you down. This is common in a lot of our morning routine battles. Decrease your decisions in the morning so you can get on with your day and save your brain power for more important tasks. Most mornings, Jocko will start his day with exercise, usually doing a workout with free weights and machines. Sometimes he'll even add in a little cardio or core work throughout the week. After his workout, Jocko showers it off. He then gets started on his to-do list. He actually has a hack for this as well. He prepares his to-do list the night before so it's ready to go for the next day and he can get started on it immediately. We found out that he actually despises coffee, our kind of dude. And he prefers a cup of tea instead. He even has his own line of tea beverages. He skips breakfast to remain in a fasted state and doesn't eat lunch until early afternoon. We do that too. Most of Jocko's time is spent on his podcast and with his company, Echelon Front. And that's Jocko's morning routine.
So, who do you think is the winner? Let's do a quick recap of both morning routine. David Goggins wakes up at 3 a.m. and is never hitting the snooze button. 2 hours of stretching, 10 to 15 miles of jogging, 25 miles of biking to work. Then he gets to work and shortly after another 5-mile run before lunch, and he'll typically eat blueberries and oats when he gets there.
Jocko wakes up at 4:30 a.m. every morning, gets dressed, but he lays out his clothes the night before, works out with free weights and machines, showers, starts on his to-do list, also that he made the night before. It sounds like Jocko might also have a good nighttime routine as well.
Yeah, might be something to look into.
So, who do we have as a winner?
So, with that being said, with David Goggins, I definitely like that he has the stretching routine. That's one of my favorite habits every morning. Of course, I am not doing 2 hours every single morning. That's insane. But yeah, like 15 minutes of stretching in the morning, it's been huge for me. I also like that he's doing cardio in the morning, which is really cool, and the intermittent fasting, which I'm a big fan of. What I don't like is maybe the 3 a.m. Wake up time is a little early. I don't know if he's getting enough sleep, but who am I to decide that? And like I said before, the stretching is a little bit lengthy for me.
Yeah.
With Jocko, I really liked the structure. I like that he's hitting his to-do list early in the day. So he's able to knock off tasks super early, so he can kind of feel accomplished before the serious workday begins. I also like that he's working out in free weights and machines, very similar to what we do every single morning, and that he's laying out his clothes. I know that you're a big fan of that, and we're also big fans of just limiting decisions, so you don't run into that decision fatigue where you get tired from making decisions, and then by the time your workday starts, the big decisions are harder to make. So yeah, I don't really have anything I don't like about Jocko's, but yeah, who do you think is the winner?
Agree.
You got any notes from that?
I honestly, you want me to tell the winner?
Yeah, who do you think?
I think Jocko is the winner for me. Goggins does a lot of running for me. And also seems like it would take up a lot of time and a lot of day, even though he probably is preparing for some kind of marathon or something, I would assume, if you're doing that much running. But I just like Jocko because he has a nighttime routine that works well with his morning routine. I think it's great to do make a to-do list the night before, so when you wake up in the morning, it's just there. You don't have to think about what you have to do. It's just there and ready to get started. And also that he lays out his clothes the night before, because wake up, just get dressed, no decisions to be made. I think that's great, and that helps me a ton to just jump right into my day without spending time wasting it away on what I need to do and what I'm gonna wear, because that's hard for me.
Yeah, I think Goggins' morning routine is great if you're training for a marathon or something like that. But as just an overall morning routine, I'm going to say Jocko is my winner as well. I think it's really well structured. It's not too early, but it's just early enough to be able to knock out a workout, knock out some to-do stuff, and being able to get to the day early. So yeah, I think we're unanimous.
Yeah.
Jocko Willink, you are today's winner of the morning routine battle.
Woo! You finally agree with me.
Yeah.
Recently, we developed something super cool. It's a 60-second quiz that will tell you which morning routine is right for you. After we figure out some details about you, we'll prescribe you a morning routine that includes 3 habits. We'll even send you a free guide that'll detail exactly how to take advantage of each habit. The link to that is below this video. I'll see you on the inside.
Peace. When you wake up in the morning, you're super dehydrated. You lose over a pound of water overnight. This makes it super hard to wake up in the morning.
We've always wanted that ability to easily wake up early and get shit done.
The EarlyBird Morning Cocktail is your secret to waking up early and being ultra productive, setting you up for a kick-ass day.